People are nice, but they take it as the whole girlfriend thing, right? And I'm gonna tell you how he either facilitated that thought. This is where this whole story is coming down to. I always tie it back in. Okay, so he must have facilitated that thought out there to his folks, or they have sucked him in and put that out there on him, and he was like, that girl like you type thing. Like, it's either one of the, oh yeah, she like me, or they put that on him for him to even say anything like this. So, because he's never said it before. This is the second time he's done something or said something that he's never done before, and I don't appreciate that, because it's like you're pushing, trying to see where you can push my boundary. I've already set a boundary for you. You are like my grandfather, literally. I love old people. I'm very respectful of old people. I would even do my great aunt's hair. You understand? You understand? If my granddad was still alive, I would still do his hair. I did my grandmother's hair even when I was a little girl. And she was in her wheelchair, half paralyzed on one side. So this is nothing new. But people who have a different mentality will sexualize it. I don't find him sexually attractive. I really don't. Never have. I never liked old men like that. And for another thing, I'm not selling my body for no damn potatoes and weed. People are hilarious. But anyhow, so after she got done talking about, get your hair cut or get your hair cut, um, he had the nerve to say, now I heard him the first time, but I ignored him because I heard him say, baby, what kind of music is this? In my head, y'all. Mind you, I'm watching myself. But in order to watch myself, I have to, peep the scene. So I'm like, no, he didn't just call me baby. But I ain't saying nothing. I ain't even respond. I just kept wearing his hair. I ain't flinching nothing. And I could feel his daughter looking at me. So I ignored him. And so he said it again. I said, did you just call me baby? I said, I have not been a baby in so many years. And I just started laughing. He said, you my baby. Okay. Somebody's a little confused. So I said, this is a 70 something year old man. So I said, no. I said, my daddy name is da 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 da, and my stepdaddy name is da 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 da. I said, I've been blessed to have two daddies. I said, I am not your baby. I said, hey, your baby is sitting over there on the couch with her baby. He said, she not the baby, and then the daughter chimed in. I'm not the baby. I said, you may not be the baby girl, but you still one of his babies, and I am not. So you can call me Danielle. you, baby, listen. No, thank you. I'm okay. You are not gonna sit there. You ain't never called me baby a day in your life. Now I just talked to you sitting on the porch for about a good 5-10 minutes, and not one time have you ever in your life addressed me as baby. I am not your baby. I am your neighbor that take kindly to the elderly. That is all. I love people. Every time I do somebody here, I tell them it look like somebody love you again, because it does. But that is how they would try and play you and gaslight you. Because think about it. When you think of a baby, what do you think of? And people have that mentality when they help you. And that's the wrong mentality to have. Just because you're helping someone doesn't mean you get to subjugate them, doesn't mean you get to enslave them, doesn't mean you get to talk to them and treat them any old kind of way. No, That's not how a village lives. That is not. And so many people got it twisted. They don't know and understand, or overstand what family actually is. And we didn't know that just because the avatar looks like you and was raised with you and grew up with you and was friends with you and married you and you gave birth to, you got to know the spirit that is inside of them. You gotta know, because they may not be your spiritual family and they may be there to sabotage you. Listen, your enemies are the ones you would least expect, like your mama. Your mama is your spiritual enemy, especially if she's been sabotaging you your whole life. You got to get that. Your siblings, your friends, your cousins, some of your nieces and nephews, they may be all your spiritual enemies. You got to stop, sit still, and look around and see how they talk to you. See the words they say to you. Are they speaking life into you? Or are they speaking negativity into you? I just had one of my nieces try to tell a story in front of me like her mama do and claim it as hers. I had to say that is not how the story went. You weren't even a part of this until when you came at the end. I was the one that said, no, you didn't. You didn't say that. I said that whole conversation was between me and the money, and you came over and she asked you to help her, and I told you what had just happened. That is a form of gaslighting, and it will not be tolerated. You cannot claim my life as yours. You cannot claim my words as yours. They are mine. They are my stories. You got to be careful. So even though, and because I know that a lot of these people are not awakened to who they are spiritually, that's where my compassion comes in at. With my family, though, it's a little different. I have compassion with them, but they've been doing it for so long. And I would just sit and listen and be like, but when people tell you flattery, imitation is the best form of flattery, that is a whole lie. That is a trick. That is a trick. I'm telling y'all right now that is not the case. And I was brainwashed into thinking that. But in essence, what they're doing is they're stealing your freaking energy. They're trying to steal your personality. They're trying to steal your traits. They're trying to steal your essence. Literally. When you got people in your face that tell stories that were your stories and try to speak the way you speak and try to, that's not flattery. That is not flattery. That is theft. Do you hear what I'm saying? That is theft. And they're stealing your energy. And they're actually stealing your voice, because the more you don't correct them and the more you don't say nothing, it silences you even more. It's silencing you. That's a form of gaslighting. That is literally gaslighting at its tilt. I'm an expert on gaslighting. I lived it my entire life. And because God gifted me with the brain and the memory that I have, I do have file cabinets full. I do. But it wasn't for me to become mean-spirited. It wasn't for me to become evil. It was so I could know how to learn to see it for what it is and to adjust myself accordingly. I was trying to help everybody change their perspective. I was trying to help everybody else see the light. I was trying to help everybody else know that there's a better way. Literally, that's what I spent my life doing. And in the midst of that, I lost myself. So in this season, I am focusing on myself. And that is hard to do. No one ever told you that, did they? So in the past 3 years, since I've been laid off, I've had to focus on myself. And I've had to do it gradually because I really didn't understand what that meant. But as a kid, I fully knew what it meant. But I lost myself. I did. I lost myself for a minute. But watch out. I was tickled. So when you get to a point where you're not so triggered by the things that happen on the outside, and I'm trying to get to that point because I know when I get out there and I meet other people, and I'm gonna come across some other demons. I know it. This world is ran by demons. Think about all the killings and stuff that's going on. Don't let it trigger you because they're trying to control your emotions. And if they can control your emotions, they can control your narrative. Like literally. They can. They can control your life. They can control your energy. If watching the news make you sad, mad, then you need to stop watching the news. Okay? That's a form of control. That's a form of manipulation. Anywho, that was a funny story of my adventure out into the Matrix. And then I added some other little tidbits for you to gather, to put it together because it was all entwined. I peeped at the moment he called me baby. Okay, so either they influenced you or you influenced them or you talking shit or slick saying, I know you can't, don't lie on my pussy now. Can't lie on that. Can't lie on it. Because I'm celibate. So, I don't know if he like, oh, she like me, oh, she be coming on. I don't know what they thought in their head. I know back in the day because some of my friends had old men like him. Listen, I know how the game is played. I've never played that game though, and I'm not gonna start. What? Why would I start? Why would I start? Why would I start now? I've never played that game. Ugh. I like older men, but I don't like them that old. No, I don't. So I had to push that boundary back. Like, you're not going to push that boundary. Respect who I am. I am not your lover. I am not your girlfriend. I am your neighbor that likes you. You're a good person. You funny. You're entertaining. You're an old man. You got children older than me. But he's a sweet person. He really is. He a little older, set in his ways, so I know he got some unhealed ways, because you can tell he had all girls, enough said, and he didn't birth no boys. So I don't need to say anything else. If you know, you definitely know. That's karma. So, do I know he's unhealed? Yeah, I do. But old people are old people. I don't allow them to disrespect me. I don't allow them to talk crazy to me or say anything to me, you know? Now, I give them leadway. I give everybody leeway because I need to peep the scene. I need to see who you are. Now, there's some things that I just can't just wait and peep the scene. I got to correct it. Boom, right then and there. You don't get no reprieves. You don't get no time lapse. You get it right then and there. But, I had to peep what was going on. And I got it twice because his roommate said it, and then the neighbor next to her said it, and then here he go acting it out like, no, let me push you back. And I didn't do it disrespectfully. Back in the day, he would have got chunked out because I would have told him how I felt about old men, and I wouldn't have said it the way I said it to y'all. It would have come out like, ooh. It would have. That's how it would have come out, y'all. It would have come out that way, and I wouldn't have meant it that way. But that would have been my visceral reaction. It would have been. It would have been like. It really would have been. But that ain't nothing new to me. That's why I learned to ignore it. Why? I was getting hit on at 13 by old men, literally in front of my mama. Back then, it was just like, what are you talking about? But my mama lit into that old man. That was funny. She let him. Psh. This when I was living in New York. But old men have hit on me my entire life. Old men, old men, old men. Nope, I was never the one to have old men come picking me up at the school. Nope, that's not me. Nope, I didn't. I wasn't sleeping with old men for them to give me any money. Nope, I never did that. That's never been me. I don't sleep with old men for favors. I don't trade sexual favors for money or potatoes and weed. I just don't. I just don't. I'll go steal some potatoes before I go sleep with somebody for some potatoes. I really would. I really would. I'm precious, okay? Yeah, that's enough of that. Anywho, be mindful, y'all. The lesson in this confession is be mindful of the words that people speak around you. Are they speaking blessings? Are they speaking curses? You'll know the difference, because are they trying to lift you up, or are they always talking about what you don't do, or what you can't do, or what you're not going to do, or what they don't feel like you should do? Yeah, those are curses. 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 I don't care how strong you are, because I'm strong. I'm strong. I'm strong like a goat. But if you're around it for so long, it seeps into you. I thought I was ignoring it, but I wasn't thinking about the energetic level of it. In my head, I was ignoring it, but I wasn't, because I wasn't addressing it. So every time they shot one of them daggers at me, or stole one of my stories in front of me, or put me down, or said that I was just out, what's the one said? I don't like the way you write. I ain't never liked the way you write. Like, okay, I didn't even say nothing. It was like, whatever. But I realized that was a while before, while I was going through it and I was observing everything. But I realized what that did, especially with me not addressing it. But when you're in black magic and people are doing that to you, you're confused. So you're not addressing anything. So it's all coming at you at once. But I'm not confused anymore. No, and I'm hitting everyone. I'm not letting shit slide, because you're not putting curses over my life. Not at all. Mm-mm. I can't do it. You're not speaking to me no kind of way. The old new Danielle is back. I don't know who I am right now. I don't. I'm discovering it day by day. I just know what I'm not going to accept. Well, hey, baby. Hi. Hi. Get down. Get down. Yeah, so, anyhow. And you're not going to know who you are either. Everything is upside down for you. Just know that. And I'm about to end this, but everything is upside down for you. Don't put that much high expectation on yourself. Because what is happening is that you are literally dying. The old you is dying, and it is painful. It is not a physical death, it is a spiritual death. That's why you don't know why things are coming up and coming out. That's why you don't know why you're drinking and smoking heavily, or that your sexual drive is in overdrive, is because there are demonic energies attached to you, and they don't want you to sit still. They don't want you to stop smoking and stop drinking or overeating or shopping or having sex, all the time. They don't want you to stop that, because once you do, you get to know who you are truly. Because what you're doing right now is not who you are. It wasn't who I was. And I was aware of that while I was doing it, y'all. And I was saying it to people. Like, it was like I was asleep and I was awake at the same daggone time. It really was. It's like being, I got it. It's like being body snatched, but you still having a memory of being body snatched. That is what that felt like for those 20 years, when things just went left. And it was like, what? This was not my life. What? This is not how it's supposed to be. This is not my experience. Why are things going on? Why am I feeling pain all over my body all of a sudden? Why am I, what is going on? Why am I waking up with bruises? Why am I waking up with scratches? Why is everybody around me turning on me? Why are all my friends acting shady and talking? It was like everything just crumbled. Why is my job doing it? Was, and the people outside, the ones that gaslight you, are the ones that say, are you sure it's not you? Listen, if you are one single person and everything and everybody is coming against you, and it is not you. You are not that person that can control all that. People can control their own energy, their own mind, and everything like that. But if everything is coming down against you, that means a significant change is coming into your life, and people are trying to stop you, and or that God is trying to isolate you and get your attention. Sit down. Stop going out to the club. You need to sit down. You need to sit down. You need to sit down. Okay? Namaste, Ashe, Mazel Tov.